I'd like to welcome you all to our Tuesday 1:30 p.m. session today with Hannah from GWU, their Intergenerational Humanities program. And this is our 8th session together. Always looking forward to the first Tuesday of the month. Today, Hannah will be talking about mechanical minds. It's all about art, language, and AI. So without further ado, Hannah, if you could introduce yourself and your topic for today. Thanks so much for hosting, and I'll be here as technical support as always. Let's get this show on the road.
Perfect. Thank you, Alex. And yeah, good to see everybody. If I haven't met any of you before, my name is Hannah. I am a fourth year medical student at George Washington, and excited to now be kind of well on our way with our eighth one of these sessions. And as Alex said, we'll be talking about some aspects of artificial intelligence today and how we think about that in the context of art and language. This was inspired by a book that I actually just finished today, but it's called Searches: Selfhood in the Digital Age. So I was reading this the last couple of weeks and thought it might be a good topic for our discussion. I will share my screen right now so that we can all see the presentation. And then we will go from there. Give me just a moment to get the right one pulled up. Let's see. Let me make sure I share sound as well. Okay, wonderful.
Oh,
Hopefully you
this
can
this
all
looks so cool.
see what I'm seeing. Okay, wonderful. Great. Just for those who might be new and who aren't super familiar with the program and what the goal is. It really is just to have these different topics and discussions where we can connect and share with each other over the any types of humanities. So art, like poems, short stories. Sometimes we have videos and things like that as well. So really, as Alex was saying earlier, a big focus that I would love is for everyone to be able to participate and to share whatever they think of and whatever the things that we discuss today, make them feel. So you can feel free. We kind of just have people usually unmute and join in the conversation or raise your uh, hand on the on Zoom if you'd rather do that. As we typically do, we kind of we'll start out with an open share. And so this is just kind of a big question to get us started. So would love to hear from as many people as possible, just in like a very short sentence, like 5 words or less. What's like the first thing when you think about when you hear someone say AI or artificial intelligence? What do you know about it? What does it make you think?
I
Whoever
think
would like to
about
unmute.
confusion.
Confusion.
Yes.
Yes, that is a very valid point. Yeah. What else do we have? What do
It,
people
it
think
makes
about?
me it makes me think about robots. That's the first thing I think about.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
it's
And we have a
it's
little robot on the screen too.
Yeah.
We feel unsafe.
My thought
it,
is cautious.
Cautious. Hmm.
it's very useful, but it does have an
My thought
environmental
is
impact.
fraud. Yeah, fraud that you don't trust it.
Mm-hmm. What other thoughts do we have?
It's used everywhere in places that we may not think of.
That is true.
It's scary.
That
Mhm.
something is not true.
Mhm. Any other thoughts? What do you think of when you think about when someone starts to talk about AI?
I'm not going to deal with it because I don't trust it.
Me neither.
You're going to be forced to deal with it. They're
I
going to
tried to
force
pay
it
a bill
upon
the
it.
other day and it was ridiculous. We were arguing it. I'm arguing with somebody that doesn't have a brain.
I like
Yeah,
that.
gonna be that
Yeah.
new human.
Hmm.
They're trying to make their own humans, shall we say, their own tribes, their own community where they be doing whatever they want them to do. Since we humans have a tendency to go just the opposite way, because we have a mind of our own. AI doesn't have a mind of their own. So they can be programmed to do whatever you want them to do, and that's what they're looking for. And
then
striving
another thing is everybody's not computer literate. So everybody's living on this world, don't have computers and living in this world. So what is that going to take away from those people?
That is
They
very
don't
true.
care about those people. The powers that be don't care about those people.
Yeah, everybody ain't got no computer literacy.
No, but
Yeah,
you got
that is true. That's a very valid point.
That's why we're here today.
Yeah, you got a phone, you got a television, you got neighbors, you got community and social events, you have politics and so forth, politicians. And also, it's going to be there.
Seniors is not going to be patrolling on that stuff because they don't know nothing about it. They're probably scared of it. That's a real fact in life. Everybody is not computer literate and going to deal with that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think those are all great points.
Go ahead.
I did share when we did our AI app session in the chat, so make sure you check out that video after our session today.
Interesting. To check that out.
Yeah, we used the apps. We used AI in all 3 apps to help us out in different ways.
Yeah. Yeah, so as Alex was saying, there's some ways that it can be very, very helpful, but I think I agree with a lot of the hesitations as well, and us not quite knowing where things will end up. And also Alex made a good point as well that a lot of times the AI is a part of a lot of different things we might not, it might not be as obvious. We might not know that things are even being like assisted with AI. Any other thoughts that come to mind just initially before we move on to our next topic?
I think it's here to stay, so we might as well get prepared to try to deal with it.
Yeah, I think that's becoming increasingly clear as well. So,
because if you look, pick up your telephone and call a company or agency, especially like Metro Access, that's the first thing that pops up. And AI wants to take your information and all that, and also they slowly but surely are integrating it into our society and our everyday life. So,
but you still got old people that go from the old school is scared of it, and they're not going to know how to deal with that. So how are you going to help those people to fall into this?
They're going to have to be trained.
Just by participating today, you guys are, becoming leaders.
Well, we train from the program, but I'm saying you got people out here that's older and they're not going to mess with it because they're scared of it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, without knowledge, without knowledge, there is no power. That's why we're gaining that knowledge today and every day. So always feel empowered.
We getting the knowledge, but they're not getting the knowledge. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why we got to be leaders in our community, as we're doing today.
So I might as well shut up. That's what you're telling me.
No, we're all leaders. We are the first step to have the whole community be together in knowledge.
No,
so I'm empowering everyone today.
We could be leaders, but you got old-fashioned people that's not going to listen to what you're telling them to do.
That's true.
We can't help everyone. That is very true.
Some people are just scared of it.
Well, I might as well just shut up right now because I'm getting cut off. Y'all not understanding what I'm saying.
We understand, but all we can do is just continue to just try to help them.
Everybody is not computer literate.
I know that, but basically a lot of things are going to be changing, the banks and everything. So they're just going to be lost if they don't get
That's what
it.
I'm saying.
But I'm
They're gonna
saying
be
we
lost.
can try to help them, and then they can try to help themselves. But if we, that's all we can do. It's just like, hey, I went to the bank today, and everything is changing. Eventually, there won't be no tellers in the bank, so everything is changing. So I don't know. We just have to pray for them and just try to do the best we can to teach them.
The
I
cat,
guess I
cat
tried mine underneath the
become informed.
They guys
underneath.
got to get involved. We do. I mean, I live in a senior building, and I try to tell people and have the ones that want to learn. They are there to listen and do it. The other ones they don't want to change and do it. So it's only so much
Yeah,
we can do.
that's what I'm saying. What's
Mm-hmm.
gonna happen to the people that don't want to change?
Well, they children or family
Well,
members are gonna have to step in because we. I mean, hey, that's all we can do. I tell them every day. The ones that want to do, they be like, "Hey, Wanda, can you help me? Help me, help me every day." You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Because it's changing. I was at the bank today, Wells Fargo. She said,
Oh,
hey, eventually won't be nothing. No tellers there.
mm-hmm.
So that's all we can do. We willing to help them. But they have to, want our help and gotta, hey, we're not going backwards. I mean, with the voting rights, they want us to go back 60 years, but we gotta step up and go forward. I mean, they just
I
have
know
to,
that's
hey,
right.
that's all
Yeah.
I can say. I try hard.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the ballots, showing them how to do it, trying to help them. Like, hey, that's all we can do. If we continue to stress ourselves like worried about it, we're gonna lose what little bit we got up there. What little bit I got there be gone, fooling with them. I'm not being
Yeah.
mean, but reality.
Mhm.
You're
And I'm
not gonna be
sure
able to go
that
to the bank eventually if you don't get this. I mean, if it's not computer related.
Mhm. And even if not every single one of them appreciate it, I'm sure a lot of them do. So it's like Alex said, you still all have the ability to be leaders and help in those ways that you can. And there will always be someone there who will benefit, who will
So what
appreciate it.
if they don't want to do it and they don't have no help and guidance? Because
They're gonna,
older people they set in their ways, and you can't make them change their ways like that.
And some people don't have
they're
anybody.
gonna suffer then. That's what they're just gonna suffer because they're not gonna stop because they don't want to listen and learn. They're gonna keep going. You got to accept it or your aid or helper or whatever has to take charge of it for you.
Okay, well, we'll move on for now. So a lot of these things you all have already brought up as kind of things that people talk about and think about when they're thinking about AI. But there are some arguments that people say that it's helpful, to save time and just with the amount of knowledge and information that there is in the world, sometimes it can be helpful to be able to kind of sift through all of that information. But obviously, there are also a lot of debates and a lot of strong points to be made kind of on both sides. And as some people mentioned already, like we see changes in jobs in terms of things that used to be or still are jobs that a person does, but there's obviously a lot of push in certain areas and industries that maybe some of those jobs will be done by AI, and what that means. You could talk about that all day, but there's also obviously there's a climate impact of like running all of the computers and the AI and kind of the energy and the resources that takes, and then education, thinking about the ways that students are going through school and how we can either learn to use AI as something that's helpful or how uh, it, there's also an argument that you might not be learning as much if you're using it. And other issues that people have also brought up, I think, already today in terms of like political polarization and maybe a lot of times AI can unfortunately perpetuate a lot of the like inequalities and stereotypes that have existed and exist in the world. And then another kind of point to consider that I hadn't thought about a whole lot before I read this book that I was talking about is thinking about the ownership of like intellectual property and thinking about the AI and all the information that's out there. It only learns, as someone was saying already, by what like information is given to it. And so if someone writes a book or an article or makes a piece of art, does the what rights do they have over what they have made? And can they say that they don't want it to be used for AI to learn, or kind of a whole other realm of things there. So a lot of great points to consider, and we weren't going to be necessarily like debating the merits of all of those today, but you all have already kind of brought up a lot of those points and where you see that they fit in. And so we're going to kind of turn our focus from this, while some of these elements, still are relevant to the rest of our discussion. We're going to look at, I believe we're looking at poem first, and then will be found a really cool video. I thought it was really cool, focusing on art and AI that I would love for us to take a look at and hear what people think about how that connects. So this is our poem first. This is a little bit more, the poem is written like to the perspective of a student. So it fits into that kind of education piece, but I also think it's very relevant. Even if you're not currently a student, we're all continue to be learners throughout our lives in every different aspect. So this is the poem. It's by Joseph Pisano, was written a couple years ago. And I will read it for us. And as I do, as we typically do with our poems, just we'll talk afterwards about what your impressions are and if there are lines that stand out to you, and just what the poem brings to mind for you. So the poem is called "For a Student Who Used AI to Write a Paper." And it goes, now I let it fall back in the grasses. I hear you. I know this life is hard now. I know your days are precious on this earth. But what are you trying to be free of? The living, the miraculous task of it. Love is for the ones who love the work. So a very short poem, but when I read that, what impressions do you have? What lines stand out to you the most? Feel free to unmute and share.
Can you reread it? It was so quick.
Yes, I will read it again for us. Okay, so the title is "For a Student Who Used AI to Write a Paper." Now let it fall back in the grasses. I hear you. I know this life is hard now. I know your days are precious on this earth. But what are you trying to be free of? The living, the miraculous task of it? Love is for the ones who love the work.
That those that are willing to learn will progress, and those that are not willing to learn won't.
Yeah, definitely. There's an element of that there.
The living, the miraculous task of it. Is he letting AI write his papers for him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, this is a poem that's a response to finding out that a student used AI to write a paper. This is what the author or the poet would say in response to hearing that.
I think it seemed like maybe a little cynical, but I think it's more of trying to create what they couldn't, humans, they're creating artificial, and they're making them intelligent, what they can do, and, a lot more, a lot faster than we can as humans. And I don't know, maybe some people have the idea of starting their own community, shall we say, of AI, and putting us humans, in the background, because I mean, let's face it, they are a lot faster, a lot more, somewhat smarter at the moment, than we are. They can do a lot more. They don't need any rest. They don't need any food, and they learn quicker. So, what a perfect being, shall we say, to have that they can control, for now.
Yeah, those are interesting points.
Oh, yeah, but hey, sometimes I just wonder, if man's still trying to play God.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are I see both sides of that, and I think that's represented in the poem here too. Like you were talking about the time saving. That's one big pro. And it says, the poet is saying, I know that the life is hard. I know that your days are precious. You have limited time. And that's maybe why some people feel like it would be helpful to use the AI.
And do
But
you
then
know
some
how
people
many?
have.
But sometimes I think we won't be able to think for ourselves.
What up?
Not only that,
I thought
do
I
you
heard
know
you.
how many
You got
seniors?
it on the wall. Okay, fine.
You got a whole lot of seniors. They scared to
Yeah, my
even
daughter.
touch a computer at all.
Mhm.
So if they not computer literate, then they're gonna be just left behind the world with this robot system that's coming up.
They do everything for you, then you won't be able to think for yourself to do
Yeah,
it.
and you got people scared to even get on the computer and do anything.
So it wouldn't be fair for them, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's supposed to happen with that?
Yeah. That's a very good point. I don't know if anyone has,
And
a
they'll
great
be
answer.
arguing with the computer about my bill.
Uh-huh.
And they put my money someplace on somebody else's name.
Mm. Yeah, that's frustrating, and yeah,
You
hard
can't
to
You
much
don't
harder
want
to
me
get
to
your
tell
point
you what I
across.
told them, okay?
you can't talk to anyone. I had an appointment and it was canceled, and I tried to talk to a person. This is Samantha. I want to give you an appointment for such a date. And when she gave me the date, I said, I'll take it. Then she came back and said, it is taken. I went through that about 6 or 7 times.
Oh
And
no.
and then she said, well, I have nothing until June. I said, may I speak to a person? And
Right.
I said, look, Samantha, I quit. Leave me alone. When you have when you have an appointment for me, you tell me and put it on my phone. Do you know I got an appointment on the 28th of May and she didn't have any until June. But the man called me that morning. I'm on my way to your house. And I said, well, thank you very much. I was so frustrated. I forget it wasn't a person.
Yeah.
I got my appointment before June. My washing machine was broken and I
Oh
needed
no.
and
Yeah,
he
definitely.
came and didn't finish the job. And
Wow.
then Samantha is telling me every time she gave me an appointment, it is taken. Oh,
I
it's
always
Yeah,
tell
so
them when
It's
I
too
talk to
it's
much,
them, I
honey.
tell them I don't want to speak to you. Tell a person to call me.
I said,
mhm.
when you get one, you call me. I'll put it on my phone. It was on my phone for the 28th.
Like pulling a tooth to get to a human
Oh
being.
my
I'm
God.
telling you.
Yeah. So communication is a big theme where we're meant they're trying to make it seem like we're talking to a person, but like you all are
Mhm.
saying, there's obviously all these barriers and all of these issues that and misunderstanding and communication that might not happen if you were actually speaking
Mhm.
to a real person.
Yeah, I want to talk to a
Yeah.
real person. I don't want to talk to no computer.
That's what I told them at the bank. It's a real person or you don't get paid.
Yeah, that is understandable. Yeah. And so we talked about how kind of the one um, aspect in the beginning of this poem where the author is saying, maybe I get it. Maybe it saves you time. You feel like you're your time is very precious, and so you want to save time. But I think the end of the poem has a similar tone and a similar thought to what a lot of you have expressed, that we get a little worried maybe that what are you trying to be free of? Are you you're trying to not learn anymore? You're trying to not use your brain to think through things. I think someone had said that earlier, that they were worried that
But
it
you
would
got
make
old
people stop thinking.
You got old people don't want to use their brain. They used to their old habits. So how are they supposed to fit in with this?
Yeah, I mean, that is true. That some people are used to the ways that they've been doing things. And they can keep doing that as well. But a lot of that, is I think still involves them thinking, and still involves even though it's the way they've been doing things for a while, there's still
They
learning to be
say
had there.
if you don't use your brain, you lose it, like some of the other things in life.
Hey,
And you want to, if you don't use it, then you'll be left behind, because no one is going to stop for you.
They're not going to stop. Even when you use it, you lose it sometimes.
You use it or you lose it, but you want to try to keep up as best you can, or even try.
It's important.
It's important because you'll be left behind. The
And
world's not going to wait for you.
They might not know how to use it. So who's supposed to help those people?
Well, they might be left behind.
Well, they need to go to their doctor and tell their doctor that I mean, some people, the family has to step in, or go support group or something.
That's true. That is so true.
That's all we can. I mean, it's only so much we can do. You can try them, and then get the family involved. And if they don't want to change, there's nothing you can do. They just be kind of stuck there.
Yes.
Because the world is not going backwards.
It's not going to
going
stop.
forward.
It's not going to stop for you.
Definitely.
I'm saying. I mean, if we got to go move forward.
That's true. That's true.
Ain't nothing staying the same.
No, it's not.
The prices of nothing ain't staying the same. If you stay back there, you ain't gonna be left back there.
You got older people that haven't even had a first grade education.
Their family has to step in, or they friends.
What if they don't have no family? What if they don't have no family?
That's why you have to help people.
We can do the best we can. If they have an aide, the aide can help them.
Right.
Suppose they don't have nobody to help them. Suppose they don't have nobody to help them.
Well, then they had to pray to God.
They just got to pray on God. That's good, Dolores. That's right, Dolores. That's all we can do. If they don't, I mean, hey, we're willing.
Trust God.
I mean, we're willing to help them.
Because they're not going to wait on us. They're not going to stop for a few people. There's too many people.
No, the world is not going to stop for a few people. No.
No, they got to stop for you.
God is the answer.
Okay. But did you see where that A1 thing opened up the prison doors in Mississippi and let all the prisoners go?
Say that again, Ann. I missed that. What you
said? The prison in Mississippi. The A1 thing opened up all the doors, unlocked all the doors, and they were trying to catch the prisoners, and the prisoners was running out the door because the A1 thing went crazy and opened all the doors.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
I did not see that.
No, me either.
Interesting. Okay.
But they are going to have some glitches. Nothing going to be perfect. They just keep on trying over and over until they're
right. That's right, Dolores.
But I hope that young person that you tell them don't have anybody. I hope they might have a neighbor or someone to help you out, because there's always someone there for you. Whoever that is, not isolated completely.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of people that's isolated completely.
But they got someone checking on
you. A lot
of
old people is set in their ways.
Exactly.
And change.
But we're set in our ways.
We do what we can
too, but we're willing to learn though, because we know we don't want to be left behind.
We might be willing to learn, but they might not be willing to learn. You can't say what they thinking because of the way we thinking. That's what I'm saying.
But that's
what do you suggest?
That's what we understand that, but
they're going to.
So what do you suggest?
What do you suggest?
Yeah, what do you suggest? Because we don't do out everything. So what do you suggest?
I would suggest that somebody need to find out those people that's not comfortable in dealing with this and knowing how to deal with it.
Wait for them to do all that now.
No, because
may I
this is
for a moment?
living in the real world, not dealing with no play world. We lucky that we got this program to help us. But how many persons out there that don't have nobody to help them and they don't know how to deal with it and they're not going to change because they're scared of it?
I think, yeah, Mr. Adams, you have something to say? Sorry.
Yeah, the same thing that we did when we were coming up and our parents did, as they would be saying, it takes a village to raise a child. In this case, it takes a village to raise and help those who are illiterate and don't have the wherewithal to how to navigate through all this new technology.
That's true.
We have to, just like we were taught, and just like when the neighbors taught us. I know they taught me when I was coming up and chastised me, but we have to have the same sort of mentality, and we have to help them.
Yes.
So where do they get resources to help the people that are scared of it? Yeah, a lot of them scared of it, and they ain't got nobody.
Louise, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm scared. Let me give you an example that just happened to me over the weekend. I got this letter, and this letter that I received, it was requesting me to go on the iPad and do all this information they wanted, etc. You know what I did? Thank God, my niece just graduated from the 12th grade.
All right.
I got in an Uber. I went to my niece's house, and I let her sit there and fill the form out and show me what to do. She wrote down the steps from A to Z. Not only did she write down the steps for me for A to Z, she always wrote the step as far as how to get out and how to keep on doing. So there's always, no one is not completely
a ram in the bush.
Yes.
There's always a ram in the bush.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's not a perfect. But it's not a perfect world, Louise.
No, we got people out here that don't have nobody that they can help them.
Well, when computer came along,
do they go to help them? The older people that is set in their ways and they ain't got nobody. Your niece helped you.
Okay,
so,
if you live by yourself or you live in an apartment building, I'm sure, Louise, we're not able. She's not able to answer that.
Dealing with the real world, we're dealing with real people out here. Everybody don't have nobody to help them.
Well, why are you dwelling on that so much?
I don't know.
I'm serious
because I know senior citizens that don't have nobody to help them. And
well, you know, right? So you can help them. You can give them the information.
Well, so what if they don't have nobody to help them? That's what I'm saying.
Well, we can't dwell on that, Louise. We can't dwell on that forever.
Resources.
I hear you and I understand. Oops, sorry, someone has their hand raised.
Louise, did you want to share something?
Yeah, I was saying that when we were using paper and pencil and pen, we didn't know anything about computers, and we got adjusted to computers, and now we're moving forward. So it's the same way we're going to graduate into whatever is coming.
Thank you.
To say, because we did have no computer those days when I started.
Yeah.
When we started.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll move on for now into looking at some of this artwork. As I mentioned, there's a video that we can start with. It's an artist. His name is James Patrick, and he kind of shows the differences.
Who do you think makes better art? A human artist painting and creating with their hands, or an AI algorithm? I'm about to paint an artwork on the big wall behind me, but first I wanted to see if AI could do it better. This mural started with a real client brief. Can I paint an interesting artwork of a tree? Nothing overly specific, the kind of brief that us artists get all the time. Before I started painting, I decided to run this small little experiment with you guys. I gave the exact same brief that I received to AI, but I made one rule. I wouldn't look at what AI had created until my mural was completely finished. No influence, no cheating.
Okay.
We're currently waiting for the rain to stop. It's only really light at the moment, so hopefully it's just going to pass over, but I don't want to start mixing painting and it does get heavier. So this is one of the downsides of doing an outdoor mural. When I work as an artist, I'm not only thinking about the mural, but I'm thinking about the space and textures and environment that surrounds where the mural is going to live. I'm responding to the scale, the imperfections, and how the piece will live in the real world. A lot of these decisions aren't logical, they're instinctive. Some ideas work, some ideas don't, and this is all part of the creative process, which I love so much.
It really just happened by accident, but I created a little gap in the middle part of the tree there. You can sort of see it through the scaffold, that little part, with the sky showing through. And when I stand back and look at it, I think it would be really cool to subtly hide the shape of a love heart.
AI, on the other hand, doesn't experience the wall in the same way that I do. It doesn't feel the scale, the texture, the weather, and the pressure of a real deadline. It simply interprets the brief as data and outputs an image. No doubt, no hesitation, just results.
So there's a mistake here. You can see this paint stripped, and instead of painting over this leaf, I'm going to attempt to incorporate this mistake into the artwork. Incorporated.
I have a really interesting relationship with mistakes. In my opinion, as an artist, I think mistakes are an essential part of the human experience and also the experience of creating art. And I think it's going to be interesting to see how artificial intelligence, which is really designed to not make mistakes and do things, well, the correct way, to see how they approach this artwork. The client who's commissioned me to create this mural is a multicultural retirement village called Scalabrini. So my concept is based around using different trees from different parts of the world fused and intertwined together to create this completely unique Scalabrini tree. And I'm really curious to see how AI interprets this multicultural tree, and I want to see the differences. So without further ado, let's take a look. This is the first time I'm seeing these side by side, and I have to admit, I think AI did nail certain things, but I do think this is not about AI replacing artists. I think it's about how we choose to use these tools and what still makes human creativity human. Same brief, two completely different outcomes, but I'll let you guys decide. Which one works better? If you want to watch the full artwork videos, I'll pop a link to them below. Which one works?
I'll leave that up there.
I like AI better.
Yeah. So what are your?
I like
Go
AI
ahead.
better.
And what makes you think that?
The right one was made by
they
humans.
have more detail. They have people involved with the tree as well. I like that.
I can see the tree as well.
Has more color.
Yes.
Yeah, so the AI one has more color and it has people.
And they have flowers and fruit on the tree.
I love the AI one.
I like the artist too.
I do too.
The artists look good too.
The
artist one is a little more detailed.
Oh, the AI got more detail. Yeah.
I would say more
types of detail. Huh? Would you say?
The artist one has more depth.
Yeah.
I would say, because of
Well,
all
the artist is more depth, I think, but the AI has more detail.
But it seems like the artist is more creative. The AI, just like basic to me in a sense. That's just my viewpoint.
And the AI one looks
more colorful.
It's colorful, but it looks done by.
They have flowers, leaves, fruit. They got different fruits and everything, and the people.
And different nationalities seems to be there.
Yeah, they're inclusive.
But if I
But if I look at the
artist tree,
but the artistry.
the artists look more real as far as
yeah, I
the
take
trees
it.
and all
Yeah,
that.
it does. It does.
The artist one looks real. The other one look artificial.
It's the sky and the artist picture is gorgeous, but AI just kind of has
It is, yeah.
kind of a simple background.
Yeah, yeah.
And Louise, you say the AI look artificial.
It is supposed to be.
The artist, it looks like he put a lot of thought into his work.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
Definitely the artist did.
It's supposed to be
You
artificial.
also got to remember, humans have feelings. We paint and do things with feelings.
And
God
yeah,
has no.
yeah, I'm with you on that one.
You're right, Kevin. It has no real feelings like we do, emotions like we do. You're right.
And the artists look more real to me. I mean,
it does. It definitely does.
It is.
Yeah, that's true. The AI look more artificial.
yeah.
It look more
I think
artificial.
they draw in a book.
I mean, look at the leads on the AI, and look at the leads on the artists.
Yeah, the artists look real.
Exactly.
Look real.
But both of them look nice, but I go with the artist. My vote.
Yeah, I take his picture for my wall.
Yes. The AI.
Remember, the artist made the photo without looking at the AI, so it really was his thoughts and his creative process.
Yeah. He's an artist. He
My
did.
bad.
They both look amazing,
I
though.
did the one on the left. I did that one.
It's different. I mean, it's their interpretation.
Yeah.
I love the little Japanese characters. I'm not sure the significance of those, but the roots of the AI look very different.
It is different.
Very different.
It's different.
The one on the
But
left.
the artists look more real, the roots.
Yeah.
It exceeded the assignment. The assignment was a tree, not a tree with people and benches and whatnot.
And then the AI.
So the AI
they put
didn't
everything
listen,
in
right?
consideration. They put the birds and the fruit and and they put the flowers in the trees.
Very detailed. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, again, humans are detailed. AI is made by humans. We put the information, we program the AI. So there's definitely similarities.
Yeah, that is.
The way the flowers and the fruit mix in on
So
the
he
egg.
said make a fruit tree. Is that what the artist asked the AI to do, to make a fruit tree? I forgot what he asked it to do.
I think it was just a tree in general. It's very broad.
Put too much intelligence in the AI, and they came up with everything.
Yeah. So maybe
They
something
said
might
they put it all in there.
If you changed one word in the response that you put into the AI, it will give you a completely different picture.
That's why they tell you that some things verify what AI does. Don't accept everything because sometimes it's not correct.
Oh yeah,
that's very, very true.
Like anything, you have to look at different points of view. You can't just trust one source. You have to look at other sources too.
Yeah, that's true.
That brings up another one of the questions that I had, which was about the artist. Like in the middle of his video, he was talking about where he had made that mistake and then he like figured out how to incorporate the mistake. And he said that, an essential part of human experience and also the experience of creating art was making mistakes, he thought. And, people like to think, or, I think we would love to believe that AI is not going to make mistakes, but as you all just mentioned, we know that it does. And so, what do you think about that and the way that he, as the artist, was able to kind of like incorporate those mistakes?
Yeah, because
Any thoughts about that?
The assignment was just the tree. It wasn't with all these other people and things, benches and things.
Yeah. So do we think that would be a mistake, or if it was a person, would we call that they were taking some creative liberty?
It was just more than what was called for. More than what was asked for in the assignment.
When you put something into AI, you have to be specific. If you want something to be this or that way, then I would have put create a tree without anything else, but just to be more specific on what I actually wanted. I can say I want a green tree, I want a blue tree, I want a multicolored tree, I want a tree with fruits and vegetables and birds on it.
They had
So
everything on that tree.
But
It's got everything. Flowers,
So the artist is thinking,
lemon.
right? But the AI, you have to tell them what to do. This artist here, right? He's using his mind. Use his mind to see where am I wrong? Where can I add? What can I subtract?
There's
Right.
too many things on the one tree. Too much information on one tree.
Yeah.
But the AI is too much going on. They're telling him what to do. AI, do this, do that, put this, do the human being telling them what to do.
AI didn't leave anything out. I mean, it was a fruit tree and a bird tree, a flower tree.
Lemon mixed
you can do anything.
Everything.
That is true. It's a little bit of
Including
everything.
people.
But excuse me, what was the original question that he asked AI to do?
Make a tree.
He didn't, to make a tree. He didn't show us, I don't think, the full prompt that he gave to it. I don't know if he told it anything else. He may have told it because he told us in the video, this is a mural for this. I think he said it was a retirement community.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so I think
that's why
he
the
had
name
said
is
he
there.
only provided, he had only provided the information that the whoever it was that was commissioning him to paint this. He said he told us that he provided them the AI with the same information that he was provided with, but I don't think get to see the full
but
list
when he
of
said
what
the
he
word
told it.
retirement, that's why he put those senior citizens in there. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, but that's not a part of the tree.
No, but
True.
The description that he gave when he mentioned the word, this is a retirement community and etc. on the tree. So
Right. We don't know that he put it in the chat response, but we just know that both person and AI received the same, information, and he wanted to compare what he did versus what the computer did.
Yeah. The computer did too much.
Right. So he definitely said nothing about no fruits and no birds.
And
that was AI's interpretation. Again, we're always feeding it information. It's always learning. So just like we're always learning, AI is always learning. So if we ask the same response a year from now, it may be a different picture altogether, even a week from now, right?
Yeah.
That is true. And I like the point. Sorry, go ahead.
How many trees do you go to and get every fruit?
No.
No, bananas.
But that's South Carolina.
Bananas are missing.
Kind of an interesting AI interpretation of putting all the different fruits and everything on there. But it also could be possible that a human artist could have decided creatively that they wanted to do that and they wanted to imagine a tree where there was every type of fruit on it, and they could have painted it that way. So it could go either way. I like the point someone made earlier. I wanted to make sure I came back to it. Let's see, it was the point about like the artist, he as he's painting, obviously this is like a long process. I don't know how long it took him, but I would assume days at least. And so he's constantly being able to like think through things and figure out what he wants to change, and maybe I'll put this here and that there, whereas the AI is very like instantaneous, this thought or this like computer, magic, whatever it is, it only happens for like a split second, and then there is your image. And like Alex was saying, you could then tell it like, oh, only have one type of fruit, and it would give you a different one. Or, oh, don't put the people in it, and then it would give you a different one. But it's very like all or nothing and all at once, because it's so fast. Whereas with the artist, and he's painting on the wall, he has the time to think it through, and to I think someone had said you can tell that he put a lot of thought into it, and he put a lot of like care into it. And I think sometimes we don't necessarily get that same impression from the AI image, because it was like you click the button and there it was.
If
I was a retirement person, that picture would give
artificial.
me, if I was a retired person and what he had to do for retirement of person, that's what you're doing. It would give me comfort. I would think, I had a chair, say if I had a chair and I was just sitting there, I would be imagining and thinking and looking at the rainbow. And now,
Don't see no rainbow.
Yes, it is. It's a rainbow in the back.
Rainbow in the back.
Where?
Like in the sky, kind of the
Not
sunset.
on the A1 tree.
But the cartoon picture, I would just look at that like,
Oh,
oh,
you
it's
talking
like
about which kind of rainbow?
like a cartoon to me.
Mm.
But the artist, it would give me something to think about.
Yeah, make you feel more relaxed looking at the art.
Yeah, and more comfort.
Yeah.
Looking
For a
at a tree
retirement
that looks
person.
like a tree.
And
Relaxing.
The other picture is cool too, but it's just more cartoonish. You know, like, oh, look at the tree, y'all.
Two
They
different
doing just what
interpretations.
we doing, like they pointing and laughing.
Yeah,
They doing the
look at
same
the
thing we
tree.
doing, laughing.
Uh-huh.
Look
Oh,
at
that's
that
Oh,
funny
that's
looking
true.
tree. That's a funny looking
One
tree.
thing you won't get hungry because you can get you an apple, tomato, you can get a
Yeah.
fruit.
grapes. Hannah, does the artist tells us what he thinks the difference is?
No, I think at least I didn't see the rest of this video. He doesn't say what he thinks, whether his is, which one he likes more. I think he left it open to
I'm sure
what
he
his thoughts
interpretation.
were.
Well, it's good to give an example of what AI would do compared to a human being.
Yes. Oops, sorry.
Too much information.
More realistic. He had a more realistic picture.
You did, yeah.
It says should not make mistakes.
More realistic picture, David.
A lot of you had really great thoughts about all of that. Yeah, thank you for sharing those. I do have kind of another section that also has some art that I think might be fun for us to go through. This one is a little game, if you want to think about it like that we'll play. So for each one of these, I just want you to, take it in for a second, and then would just love to hear. We have like 5 or 6 of these, so we'll go through them kind of fast. But for each of them, the question is, was this an artist, like a human artist who made it, or is it AI art? So the one we just looked at, we knew, and we were kind of telling the differences. But for this one, we'll see, can we tell if we don't know?
That look like an artist, and the only reason I'm saying it because I'm looking down in between. I'm looking at that eye, that human eye. And I don't think the artist AI would do that. I'm thinking that's an artist.
I think it's AI. It doesn't look like a human.
Is that a bear?
And the only reason I'm saying it because it looked very creative.
Like a big bear, black bear.
I thought it was a monkey sitting there.
It could be AI, but there is some depth and it looks different. So I think it's an artist, but it could be AI.
Yeah,
I think that's
that's right. Look at look in between where you see the eye and then you see a mouth and the background. I'm just looking at all that in there.
Look like a black bear.
I got to see the other one to compare.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, we have several of them, so you get multiple chances. But so far, I've heard votes for both. I think we have more votes for human artist, than AI so far. But we do have both. Anybody else want to chime in with your vote of whether you think it's a human artist or AI?
Looks like somebody.
I think it's human artist.
Because it looks like snow
it
too.
looks like the antelope over in the corner standing up with a vest on and pants, blue pants and boots.
You see all
Then,
yeah.
In this corner?
No, in the other corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with
it
a
looks
belt
like
on.
the right float.
The boat up in that corner.
Oh.
Okay. A boat. I see
you see the eye because you come on down and then you see a mouth. You see all that on that same side you speaking on the right side.
Yeah.
Like the eye.
Okay.
Where's the eye?
Come straight on down on the left, on the right side. Just come straight on there, right there. This is.
Yeah.
Right here.
Go right there, right there, right in that area.
Over that.
Go up or something. Take that little arrow up. Stop there and go to your left, right there. But no, you're going too fast.
Oh, okay. Oh,
look like a man,
right there,
or a monkey,
right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I don't see an eye.
I was thinking you were talking about a rabbit.
We all see things differently.
We all
so
see
just
things
keep that in
differently
mind.
in all these.
Yeah.
Okay, but that arrow is
might be a
go
monkey.
where that arrow is, just go over 1 millimeter to the right. Stop
like
right
two
there.
eyes,
Okay.
a
Okay.
nose,
I can
a
see that.
mouth.
And then if you
I
come
see
down,
the
if you come
eye.
straight on down, you'll see the mouth. Come straight on down.
Yeah.
Come straight on
Okay.
down. Look like it might be. Yeah, come
Like
straight on.
I
Keep
see
on
the
coming.
eye in the mouth on his shirt.
Come on down.
Yeah.
Come on down. Now
Yeah.
go to the right. You see a mouth. The mouth. That's right there.
Okay.
That's
I
what I
like
see.
this. We all see different things in all of
Well,
these.
the
Well,
eyes
I'll reveal.
are
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
I see an antelope
so far away.
in the middle. I see some wolves.
You see some what?
I see
Wolves.
some snow.
I see a wolf biting this other wolf's tail.
Oh my gracious! I want to see that. Where's that at?
There's a lot going on in here.
Yeah, and I see that, and I see a bear on top.
Let me see all that. Where you?
Oh, this guy up
Yeah,
here.
that's the bear up there.
I see a bear.
And I
Yeah,
think that's
I can
snow.
see that.
Or
But
a
I want to
monkey.
see the wolf biting the tail. I don't see it anywhere.
That's at the bottom.
Oh, somewhere in here.
Oh my
Yep,
gracious!
In the
he's
middle.
sitting
No.
down.
I don't see any of that.
Me either.
I see a wolf biting the
I
tail.
guess I
You
need
see
to put
some?
my glasses on because I
I
don't.
didn't put my glass on top of my glasses.
Again, we all see things
We all
differently,
see
y'all.
different
So
things. Yeah.
that's the beauty of art.
I know, but I want to see that bear she talking about.
I see the bear, but I
Bear's
don't
on
see the
top
wolf
of the
biting the
book.
tail.
It's on top.
Yeah, he's on
I
top.
think
Okay.
this is
No.
up
Oh, yeah.
here. Kind of looks like a bear.
Yeah.
My face.
Oh, right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And all
And so
that
it
white
sounds like
stuff.
most of us think maybe this was a human artist with
Oh no.
possibly we're not quite sure. Maybe it was AI.
Oh, they're
I
not
think
going to
it's
tell us?
AI.
I will tell you.
Oh.
This was AI.
I know.
Oh,
Wow, that's
No, it's
cool.
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, man.
So notice
That's
how even
AI.
though it was
I see it was
AI,
AI.
it maybe has a lot of elements that people thought looked more human made, I guess. Like people were saying there's a lot of detail and there's a lot of depth. And obviously we were really analyzing and finding all kinds of
Look like
meanings and
mumbo jumbo.
pictures and things
That's
within
true.
this. So
I like
so
that one,
there's
mumbo
still
jumbo.
a lot of things you can appreciate and a lot of meaning you can
Mhm.
make,
Yes, it looks
even if
like
it's not like a
mumbo
human
jumbo.
artist. Yeah.
That's what it
Okay,
looked
let's
like,
do the
too.
next one.
Yeah,
That's why
next
it's
one.
AI.
What do we think about this one?
Oh
I
my
think
God.
that's
AI
human.
or human artist?
I think it's human
And
art.
artists, I think.
Yeah, that's
Human artist?
Human arms, and I'm sticking to it.
I think it's
Okay.
human artists.
Me too.
Anybody think
I
anybody
think
think it's AI this time
One
or
of them
no?
gonna get either.
Nope.
It look like human.
Yeah, because it's got too much going on.
Looks like a
Okay. What are the thoughts of why? So I heard it has a lot going on that makes us think that it's a human artist. What other things make us
No, I
think that?
think it's AI because there's a whole lot going on.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we have vote for AI because
Who think it's
there's a
AI?
lot
Who
happening.
said AI?
I do, Marie Franklin.
Okay, Miss
Okay.
Marie.
I'm trying to decide because it
That
looks
thing
too
might
big
be a
to look.
volcano.
Looks like something exploded or something.
Blowed up.
Lava or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
blowed
Kind of
up.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, volcano. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
And
it
it
could be like a
I
is.
think
volcano. It
I
also
think
kind
it's
of looks
human.
like space like. I don't know. There's like
Yeah.
some
I
yeah,
think
well,
That
something
too.
like
Look
something
at
looks like
the
a lot of
lava is so deep.
stuff exploded or something.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
the answer is
The answer is AI.
Yeah.
Miss
Oh my
Marie.
gosh.
Miss
Yes.
Marie.
Oh.
So yeah, we had
Yeah.
at least
Two
one
AI.
person.
So I'm into
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah.
I think y'all setting us
All
up.
right, Miss
I
Frank.
Miss Marie
So
got it.
AI.
Y'all setting
Got
us
it.
up.
What about this
My
one? What do
What
we
the world is
think?
gave
that?
me an
What?
insight into
That's a good
AI.
question. What do we
Hey,
think
it's
it
up to
is?
you. You got to take
That's
a look
only
at
a
it and
microscope.
decide.
I
That's
So
am
something
the
you see
everyone
on a
takes a second to
microscope.
take a
Well, it
look
looks
at it,
like a
okay?
tree and
What?
Take a second to look at it, everyone.
I'm gonna say all this again. I'm gonna get it right. One of them.
I see my grandmother.
It does look. It looks like pencil.
Look like pencil. Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But one of them
Yeah,
looks
like
like
it
They
looks
were
like a
tiny.
pencil
sketching.
drawing.
Look like they're sketching.
What is it?
I think that's
That's
up
for
to
you to
interpretation.
decide.
It's whatever you
That's
see
for
in
you
it.
to decide.
It see like a
I'm saying
person.
it's an artist.
It looked like a
You know,
person.
it
It
looks
looks
like
like
a
a.
rock
It
on
looks
the
like a tape
canvas.
measure.
That's what it
Like
looked
a
like.
I don't know what is
tape
it.
measure.
Like they're in space.
Like a tape measure laid out on something.
Can't tell what it is.
Looks like a hammer flying.
I give it a say that look a hammer up in the upper right hand
Okay.
corner.
Yeah, that's
Right
fair.
there.
Like a
Wow.
hammer.
Mhm.
And that could be a necktie.
AI.
Is it a
Okay, we have a vote for
collar?
AI. We had a vote for human. Sorry,
Artist.
go ahead. Artist.
Oh,
AI.
Okay, a couple more
Art,
votes for AI this time.
Human.
art.
A human, they must be on something.
Human. Okay. All right. Well, let's see.
He's an artist.
AI.
That's a
Oh, it was
third
AI
AI.
Oh,
too.
We
wow.
got
AI.
3-0.
All
That's
right.
real. That's pretty cool.
We're
Yeah.
3 for 3 so far, but I had the same thought as Alex when I saw this, that looks like a pencil drawing. Like it looks like someone sketched it. I wouldn't have thought at all that was
It looked
AI,
like
but
a tape
That's
measure.
neat.
To me, it
yeah,
looked like a tape measure.
it does. Yeah, I could see that. And I could see what someone was saying about the hammer too.
Yeah,
I really
at
don't
the
know what
top.
it's supposed to be honest, but I think it could be multiple
Anything.
different things.
It looked like a person
Um,
with a white
what do we
coat.
think about this
That does
one, this
not look.
landscape?
That is an
Now,
artist.
this is an
That is
artist.
an artist there now. I
This
knew
is
I
an
got that.
artist.
I think it's art.
That looks like a human painted that.
I know
This
that
is
one
an
right.
artist. I don't think
Okay, so
AI
some
would
people very
Too
quickly
much
said they
color
think
in
it's an
there.
AI
artist.
way in the
AI.
background like that and all the trees.
Artist.
Grace, you saying AI?
I
Mm-hmm.
say
I
artist.
say
I say
Artist.
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 Yeah,
AI.
y'all be on
I
my
heard a
team.
very confident AI. Why do we
I
think?
think it's AI.
Okay,
Oh Lord, I done lost
okay.
It's the
again.
detailing that I've been looking at. The reason I keep saying AI. I can't explain it to you, but
I think
I'm a
it's an
little bit
the
artist
only
into
because
thing
of
that
myself,
I seen
and
with
it's
the
way in the
AI,
a lot
background. You see
anything
parts
that
of
I
the
would want to put
sky,
up on the wall, I could put
I
that
like
like
up.
trees hanging down. Yeah, this and the little creek,
It looked like the little people running across the
little
hill
creek.
yeah.
on top of that
So
hill.
it's artists.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm right now.
Don't
All
you
right. Well, we
go
have
on, Grace. You stick to it.
yeah, we have very confident of both sides again. I love to see it. You guys are gonna think that I'm starting to trick you.
Oh, come
This one
on.
is also
So
AI.
AI.
It got to
Yeah.
be.
Oh
So
man.
Something wrong with
AI
them
can create
computers.
some really beautiful
it
artwork.
can.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And see how he's trying to phase us out.
Exactly. Some trying to set us up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think just like I shared my first impression from the
Yeah,
last one, where I thought it looked like a pencil drawing. This one, I will say, when I first looked at it, I first thought it was AI, just because I feel like the coloring is like too intense, if that makes sense. But I do agree with what everyone else was saying with all of the like the detail and all of that as well. I think that that's something that you could see in a like an artist's created painting too. So it's sometimes I think it's very we might think that we're either good at detecting what is AI or what's not, but as we've seen, it can be very easy to
That's how they
really
can
think that it's one and it's the
trick you
other.
at the auctions when they're auctioning off things. They can trick you very
Oh,
easily,
yeah.
and you will bid a lot of money for something that was generated by a robot type person.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, so that brings up the idea of like the worth of the art, I guess. And maybe do we
Yes.
think
Yeah.
that the art is worth more if we like we were talking about with the guy who painted the mural, if we could tell that he put a lot of effort and time into it and there was a lot of like thought process that went behind it,
Yeah,
then
I
we
think
kind
the
of I think
artist
automatically think that's more valuable.
Yeah, I think the artist is more valuable because it takes him weeks and days and months, sometimes and years, whereas AI can be generated in a few minutes.
Yeah, that is true. I think we have two more here quickly to go through. They look, I think, kind of similar, honestly, or they have the same theme, I would say. This one, what do we think? Do we think this one is AI or a human artist?
It looks like AI.
AI.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her
Why do we think
artist.
that?
I think the
It's
Look
artist.
not,
like an
it's not
artist.
detailed
All
as a
that
flower.
I would
I
say
think
it
it's
looks like an
AI.
artist.
look like an
It doesn't look
artist to
too
me.
perfect.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
think
The
it's
last
I
picture looked
think it's
really like
AI.
perfect, even though it was messed up. But this
Mm-hmm.
picture looks hand painted.
Yeah. Look more
Looks very
realistic.
Yeah.
like
I think it's
textured.
AI.
It looks like there's
Artist.
brush strokes almost.
I'm with the or. I gotta get something right.
I think it's AI.
I think it's artist.
We have more people thinking this one is AI, but we have
I
some
think
contenders for artist as well.
Artist.
Sounds like.
artist.
Okay.
I haven't gotten this thing right
Artist.
off
This
the
one is
Yeah.
also AI.
Oh
This
wow.
one is AI as
AI?
well.
Come
I
on
was
The
now.
again, I
artist,
was
Again,
shocked by that one too.
I said
I think it
artist
has a
amazing.
lot of
UI.
like brush
Yeah,
strokes and
but it
detail
looked
in it.
more
It's
realistic.
no, it's not
4
detailed. The
out of
flowers are
5.
not
Great.
detailed
Not
enough.
Not
detailed.
detailed.
Yeah.
The flowers are not detailed. I
Well,
got
Mm.
that
that's
from
what
the,
makes it.
the
That's what
other.
makes it human. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Right.
if it's too perfect, then it may
Yeah.
really well.
Well,
It
it's
looks like
AI.
AI, but it looks
Well,
like an oil painting. It looks like it's kind of
Uh-huh.
old.
It do, Alex.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I think
they
this was,
had it
yeah,
on
an
good.
AI that did a decent job of kind of looking like maybe like an oil painting.
yeah, but
Yeah,
it's not. I think an artist's flowers would be a little better
could be
formed than
better.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better
We
formed
have
than
It's,
one more that has some flowers in it, along with some other things. We have this one. What do we think about this? Is
Now
this
I
that's
think
AI
this is
or
an
an
artist.
artist?
I think this is an artist.
Ain't no ours do one yet.
I still say AI.
Okay, so we still have a vote for AI, but a couple for artist.
I
That means
think
I'm gonna
artist
say
The
for
AI.
this
stage
one.
the
that.
artist gonna be out of a job.
I think it's
Sure will
They
be.
about to put us humans in a seat. To say,
Exactly.
yeah.
Be out
I
of a
think
job.
this is an artist.
You
Yeah.
think so?
You
Okay.
think so?
Yeah.
Any
Yeah. It's still AI.
the artist too.
any other votes for this one?
Artist.
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 AI.
All right.
Yeah.
Artist.
Okay.
AI. Trying
Tell
to
him
trick
all.
us.
All right. Big reveal for this one. This one is our artist painting.
Oh wow!
This is by Clara Peters. It's from 1611, so
11.
pretty
Wow.
old. This is called Still Life with Flowers, a silver gilt goblet, dried fruit, sweetmeats, breadsticks, wine, and a pewter pitcher. That's a
Yeah,
really
all those things
descriptive
are
title for that.
all
But
those things are detailed. You can see the little etchings on the
Yeah.
pewter
Mm-hmm.
pictures
yeah.
and all that.
That is true. I actually took this one from the book that I was mentioning that I was reading. It's actually the one it's on the cover of this book.
Mm-hmm.
And she has a little paragraph that she wrote about it, which I thought was interesting. So I wanted to read that for us. But the author of this book is saying she lived in Madrid for a year. I love to look at the luscious paintings in a quiet upstairs room in the Prado by the Flemish artist Clara Peters. The paintings are still lifes, showing tables extravagantly covered with food and tableware. They remind me of Instagram. All four of Peters' works in the collection were painted in 1611, a time when
Wow.
the Flemish merchant class was acquiring new luxuries from all over the world and appreciated art that could document them. Here, the edible is made visible, John Berger writes in Ways of Seeing of the genre. Such a painting is a demonstration of more than the virtuosity of the artist. It confirms the owner's wealth and habitual style of living. And then the writer says, for some reason, I'm obsessed in particular with the pretzely breadsticks in the lower right-hand corner
Yeah.
of Still Life with Flowers, a silver gilt goblet, dried fruit, sweetmeats, breadsticks, wine, and a pewter pitcher. They remind me of a trip to Munich when I feasted on warm, pillowy pretzels dabbed with mustard, along with fat steins of beer. That said, the bread in Peter's painting appears hard, half eaten, maybe a day old. Everything in the painting, in fact, seems to have been captured just past its full freshness, even the slightly limp flower petals, as if to emphasize the wastefulness of it all. Now that the painting is finished, all that nice food, all those voluptuous flowers will have to be tossed. It's as if, as on Instagram, the point were not for any of it to be enjoyed by those in the room at all, but rather for it to be photographed for the admiration of others. But none of this is what I love most about the painting. what I love most about it is that, like other paintings of Peter's, it contains a secret. On the gilt goblet and the pewter jug, Peter's painted ghostly little self-portraits, thrice on the goblet and 4 times on the jug. It makes me wonder if she was implicating herself in the excess too. Maybe the spread being photographed belonged to a patron who had commissioned the piece, forcing her to contend with her own complicity in it all. So that is her description and her thought process around why she likes this particular piece of art. I think there were a lot of interesting points there. And as someone had brought up when after we revealed this one, you said, I knew it was a real artist because there were so many details in each and every one of the pieces, and what you probably didn't even notice, and what I certainly wouldn't have noticed. And even if I had to look at it now, I don't know that I could point them out for you. But as the author was saying, there's the painter has put herself, like a self-portrait, in each of these objects. Yeah.
And the
And I think
signature at the
it's
bottom left.
yes, that is true. So that, lets us know. And that's similar to one of the questions I didn't get to ask earlier, but with the mural painting, he had kind of zoomed in on a part of the tree trunk where he had signed it, and it said painted by hand on it, which I just thought was really interesting when you compare that to the idea of his video, which was that he was trying to look at his work versus what a computer would come up with. So I believe that is kind of all the time that we have today. We're a little bit over, but I wanted to make sure that you all were able to participate in the little quiz that we had. Thanks for playing along. Hopefully that was an interesting way for us to kind of think about how we give value to art, how we look at it, the things we see in it, and how we see the either the ways that AI is able to maybe do certain parts of artwork well, or it's able to make us think that a human did it, or which ways we think it falls short and doesn't quite like give the same effect that we might see from a real human artist. Our next session, I believe, is July 7th, should be the first Tuesday of the month. But I'll turn it back over to Alex to wrap things up so that we're respecting everybody's time. But thanks for joining in today as we talked about all things computers and AI.
Thanks, Hannah. It was very
Thank
interesting.
you. Let's all say thank you to
everyone.
Hannah for such a wonderful session today.
Thanks,
everyone.
That was
We'll
not
see you in
bad.
July.
Really
yes, we'll see you in
enjoyed
July.
it.
I'll say
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much to Hannah.
That
All
was
right. Thanks,
Hannah.
everybody.
Thanks,
Good
everybody.
topic
Thank you.
today.
thank you.
Well, Hannah, I'm glad we're going to get